but this is the thing. If you're going up against these unknown factors that we have not really seen play before in the Impact, how are you going to prepare like that? How are you going to be preparing for this Asian team?
Inferno, the first of our 3-map series. If you're joining us late, Inferno Mirage Dust 2, a third map if a decider is required. We will, of course, start here on Inferno. HSG will be the aggressors, or will they? Because EG are running down mid, looking to take control of this match from the very beginning. They've lost Milky, though. We'll see if they can turn things back in their favor. They've got some big duels happening now, both teams disengaging.
Instantly, HSG is getting a lot of space, a lot of control, and Garden certainly is aware, just being passive, and maybe her position does go unnoticed. There we go, she does actually find a kill, and this is suddenly getting really awkward. Jessica has already pushed into middle, and HSG is a bit split up here.
Things frozen for a moment. That's a big headshot from GFI, though. 3-on-3, just about. Empathy hanging in there with 5 HP. But where are the rest of the CTs? After running down mid, you can't really rely on any normal information. They could be anywhere. Moving together, smart from the Ts. We can see Piggy Kiki making her way towards the B-bomb site. She'll have range with the USP at least. Those blocks moving together now.
Arjun actually made a bit of noise towards T-Rem there, and I'm not sure if that was intentional, if you spotted a player. But, oh, well, look at this. Arjun instead, she is going to grab that kill on the first rotation, which means a guaranteed bomb plant, and it gets set up here for after plant positionings. We have a player getting into Banana at the moment. Both CTs, they're going to be coming straight into the ruins area, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. But once again, it is Arjun slaying the competition, and the pistol round goes the way of the Asian team.
Well, that's one way to get the blood flowing from the first round. Charge down mid on the CT side. And again, maybe EG feeling like they have some bigger names coming into this one. Will try to exert that dominance and show some ego on the server. Either way, they'll be starting on the back foot. We'll see if they choose to opt for the force buy, this CT squad, but that is a good start, and you know, it's nice to be able to overcome adversity in a situation like that where your opponent is charging at you, an unorthodox strat. We see it from time to time, but definitely making sure if their opponents are awake, EG, and the answer is yes.
I would reckon they could go for a full. We have seen EG actually force a lot. Now I'm not too sure in the pattern that we have been seeing going down with EG if they still want to be continuing that same strategy, because they definitely like to be getting aggressive. Similar like we saw actually here on the pistol round. It's the thing that we've been seeing during the online season as well. They love to push down mid, love to push down second mid as well, and it definitely can pay off in the pistol. The initial start was good, but once they HSG, they fell back, they collected themselves, and they won the actual push.
Short pause before we resume. Second map's going to be Mirage, which will be nice because we've seen a lot of overpass, a lot of Inferno so far. So Mirage will be very interesting to see. But there's a sound issue being resolved before we will continue. But in this series, maybe on Inferno specifically, are you looking for any particular players on each team to be a standout?
I think yesterday, but if we're talking about HSG, yesterday for me, the standout was Hffo. Because honestly, it was down to her that they were getting so much banana control. And I was very much surprised. If you get a player like Vilga and you're going head-to-head versus her, and she tends to top frag on a map like Inferno, and you cause her to actually be scared and fall back and just play from the default instead, that's a bit scary, and they were actually able to pull that off. So if it's coming down to that team, definitely Hffo. I think Jessica's on the flip side for me. That is probably the most impactful player on this map. And yesterday, I feel it was all mostly down to Milky. So I just hope that now the rest of the team can also step up.
You know, there is a this is completely irrelevant, but since we have a pause, there is a drink in certain parts of Asia called, well, it depends on where you are. So like if you're in like India, Pakistan, it's called Doodh, like D-O-O-D-H. In a Persian area, it's called D-O-O-G. I don't know how you pronounce it though. But basically, it's milk mixed with Sprite.
Oh.
So I doubt Milk knows about it. I mean, she's halfway there, right? But we'll have to ask her if she's ever drunk milk mixed with Sprite. I'm sure the answer is no. But, you know, maybe if they're successful, then Frank, you could ask.
I'm not too sure if I were to be liking that. But hey, for
yeah, it sounds like an acquired taste. I think there's no middle ground with milk and Sprite. But, yeah, I can't even fathom what the texture of that might be like. But it's a thing. It's absolutely a thing. People like to break fast with dude. I just feel weird saying dude like
dude.
That. I don't know what it's called. But it is a drink. I'm not trolling. That is a drink.
It is.
I'll get there one day, but I'm not going to make it myself. Don't think that would be a good idea. I'm going to be looking out for Argent. We saw a few glimpses of what she could do in the last match that we commentated that she was featuring in. So I'm going to keep an eye out for Argent and see what she's able to do today as well.
Yeah, Argent being, of course, in the role of support. You know, as in the fragging department, maybe we haven't seen too much of her just yet. So, you know, the players that we highlighted with GFI and Sharibu, even Hazel on the up. Hey, just really quick, Hazel had more kills on the up than Ana did yesterday against Nipah Galaxy, and that to me was so surprising and an insane stat that I found out. But Argent is sort of like the mystery that we haven't spoken too much about, but it's definitely a player worth mentioning considering the impact of the utility, especially again coming down to Banana, the ways that they've been entering that time and time again. A lot of the credits go to her.
Yeah, big match for this squad out in Yongshiping, surrounded by snow. Very bizarre. We've had many mild winters in the UK, so I had to stand by some snow and take a picture. It was just very, very strange to me. But let's see if they can overcome the frost in Scandinavia and pull out a victory today. So far, so good. Very small sample size, of course, but always great to win the pistol round. We're not going to see a force buy, actually, from the CT squad. They have some flashes, though, in the hands of Garden, so I don't think it'll necessarily be the Estrada set up towards the B-bomb site. We can see that coffin flash. Learn this at home. Very simple lineup for a very effective flashbang. Maybe not with these pistols. We shall see, though. Xiaowu is staying by the half wall, so she can fall back if she needs to. Has support as well from her teammate. Hffo. Maybe they should be the other way around for range. You can see Xiaowu falling back there. She smells a trap coming. Gets her bell rung by the USPs, but there will be a cleanup with the MAC-10 and some area control with that molly. She can protect the Galil in the meantime. The rest of the team have enough information to head towards A.
Argent already has an extra bit of information. Spot to play here over towards the A side. Of course, we had this potential stack coming out on Banana, but now they clear out that A player, and that leaves just a Garden that already has come rotating in. Now, ideally, if you're Garden, you just want to see if you can chip away any damage, but not clearing the corner, and Hffo can easily pick up that kill. So, in the end, only a single loss and another upgrade. Actually, another Galil will come through instead of an AK. But so far, so good.
It's a replay of the action. It was good coordination from EG, but again, the expectations are low. Got some kills, though, for essentially the cost of a flashbang on the odd P250, so that's all good. Mag-7 coming out will be very interesting for the first buy round from EG. I'm very much a shotgun fan, a practitioner of practical shotgun. Mag-7 is quite rare, though. We saw some Novas yesterday. The auto shotgun's quite effective. The Mag-7 is a classic, and Inferno's a good map for it. Very cheap as well with the price reduction. And there will be a rifle to collect on the B-bomb site. So we'll see. Maybe, well, it's a long way for a Mag-7 to go, so I can't imagine she'll be rotating. But there'll be some action for Empathy. Oh, that timing is unreal. There's the meat shot, though, from Empathy. Maybe she'll hold on to the Mag-7 for now.
At the same time, though, HSG did get banana control upon that first kill. actually fairly easily. It was just a simple flash in and Hffo entering. Now, again, flash causes the Coven player to fall a little bit back, pressure upon Kiki, and well, it's only 1 kill that they're able to get here upon this B entry. Still quite a bit of damage dealt upon Hffo, so the pressure definitely is still on, but oh, now the M4, the rifle goes down, and even the Swag 7 can't do anything, and it's another one on the board for HSG.
Great start. Very, very good start for HSG. And we might see an airstrike from Evil Geniuses. Of course, they're going to be on eco once again. We see at least 3 HE grenades, but assuming they lose this one, it'll be maximum loss bonus. So we'll see the full fall by. No Mag 7s in the next round. I'm sure we'll see an AWP as well. But because they're heading towards max loss bonus, they can pick up a few extra pistols with these grenades. The smokes will be interesting. They've got a small chance to... Okay, well, never mind that thought for a second. That's 3 HE grenades immediately towards Banana. So they know there's only 2 players towards A. Now, we can see that EG have dropped a smoke towards top mid. So it's hard for the Ts to respond to that. But it's always good to keep an eye on the information being served by CT's top Banana. If you can identify that there are 3 players there, sometimes you can have a fast response elsewhere. This time, not one of those times, though.
And Hazel even spotted the A player right there, so probably HSG are figuring things out. But looks like as of right now, they're still capitalizing on this banana control that they're having right now. Just seeing if there's any response coming out of EG, but they have pretty much no utility, just 1 flashbang left in the hands of Empathy. So EG, they're not going to give you that much, actually taking a bit of a peek right now. Slowly regaining back that banana control just as a counter flashbang comes through. But actually, the Asian team does manage to get out.
That was a team flash.
Oh.
Yeah, it just didn't go over the wall properly. Bit awkward.
That's a shame.
Fortunately, no harm done. You know, that's like, all right, let's tweak that for next round. Make sure we don't do that again when there are bigger guns, because then they could have quite a big problem. But here it's just, well, I was going to say just USPs. Not quite just. We see the loud Desert Eagle coming through. They have the numbers here, but again, it is an eco round and they won't have so much to offer. They have got 2 kills though, which again, you know, they're getting some frags in these ecos, and that is important. And there's so little time on the clock that there could have been more problems there, especially with the gap in the smoke. But no, nothing terrible happening there for HSG. You know, they can right the ship with the odd gap here and there, but they've got their clean sheet, 4-0.
Shout out to Kiki though, those deagle shots that she was getting, look at that! Definitely a good shot of trying to still hold on to that A-bomb site. If only maybe there was another player to then hopefully trade off of it. Who knows what could have happened, but HSG certainly has called the cleaning squad and are winning round after round as of now. Also, on both squads now, the AWP has come out, but it's Hazel winning the first initial duel, and instantly they're going to continue applying the pressure.
Hffo smells blood. They're going to line up for her almost. Piggy Kiki's in so much trouble. The rotation will be long. Milky just now making her way from that long position. But HSG didn't full commit now. That flashbang can go above Hffo's head. They're waiting for that push to come through. They want them to face the back there. Piggy Kiki creeping around the smoke. Look how close these Ts are now. Hffo looking to find something. There's a trade eventually, and the numbers game will overwhelm this bomb site. We can see the last one now. Garden making her way over, but everything's already been lost. 1 versus 4. Rather you than me. Over the smoke, GFI will deny, and that's a very fast 5-0 for HSG.
I'm not too sure what happened to Milky there for a second. She had a knife out. I'm not sure if she was like reloading, but it was a very awkward situation of her being so exposed. And then, yeah, the whole B defense just crumbled. Oh, that shot, man. Hazel, he's been getting so many frags on that AWP, and now that's in play. I think EG should be scared.
This is the pick of HSG, and they are off to the races, I think it's fair to say. Evil Geniuses getting bounced from pillar to post at the moment. Not really much to show for it. 3 of their players are still on 1 frag, and it's round 6. So the ship is sinking pretty fast. They are definitely not on stable ground in this CT half at present. But they've only really had one full buy so far.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could be night and day if they can find success in the next round. And again, these half buys in between the full buys will get more and more dangerous as we see the 5-7s join the Desert Eagles. No P250s or USPs on this occasion. A few smoke grenades can try to put HSG in a low time situation as well. We saw their last anti-eco, there was less than 20 seconds on the clock when they planted the bomb, which is always scary to watch.
Yeah. Definitely already a very solid start, considering also as well that HSG is at the T side. And it's so far very promising. Well, that's a pistol sticking out. There will be a trade though, so Empathy got a free AK to work with now. We'll fall back, make sure that she won't be losing that. Oh, but man, Hffo, again, the positioning, she's very fast forward. And exactly like that, the team can just continue. They leave a lurker behind. Hffo already here, once again, cleaning up the mess. And just leaves Kiki with a deagle in hand.
Yeah, we'll see what she chooses to do here. She could just hold on to what she has if she wants to. Give her a little more money in the long run. But yeah, that's a fat 6-0. So this is already a giant victory for HSG on their T side. You should always go into a half with an expected minimum. And this being the pick of HSG, maybe that was 9 rounds. If it is, then they're only 3 rounds away. Plenty of room for error, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas. You don't want to lose focus and give rounds away for free, because that's how you lose games. So, there's a great opportunity. If you look at this from HSG's point of view, because obviously it's easy to look at, you know, EG back on the bike, can they win around, etc. But HSG may throw something unorthodox. Like they could just, if they take banana early, they could just send it into B, for example. Not really give EG time to settle on a buy round looking for their first round, but just rather than play the rounds, wait for the utility, do something fast, and just kind of break them mentally. Let's see what happens.
And the thing here as well, so with HSG now being already having such a good showing on that T side, yeah, it definitely is a very scary prospect, considering that yesterday against Stigma Galaxy, they were struggling quite a fair bit when they were switching on T side. CT looked phenomenal, really, really solid, but once they switched, definitely, yeah, was lacking a bit. So already a good showing, and this is really the initial test, and Hffo is actually the first player here to go down.
Yeah, nice boost with the AWP. Vibes of vintage Nico boosting Guardian back in the day. So that's a nice opening from EG. Now they can bide their time and hold on to their utility, most importantly. We can see they've got 2 smoke grenades. I'm not sure if they've dropped some elsewhere. We saw in some of the earlier matches here at the Impact Finals that the CT squads were leaving some grenades for their teammates in CT spawn. Full rotations later on. But they're just chilling for now. They are waiting for the game to come to them, and it's coming to them towards B, where HSG will have a numbers advantage, and it doesn't look like a full send from them. 4 versus 2 situation for EG to defend.
Oh, the initial hold is good, and there was a second flashbang, but the CT's defense seem a lot more solid this time around. Oh no, the flashbang! Oh, they're missing each other, but even GFI, while blind, she still manages to get it straight upon the information she got from her teammates. But at the end of the day, it is now a 1 versus 2, and the pressure is on. She needs to find both of them, and they're lining up. But sadly, Milky will finally get the round here on the board for EG. But this whole defense was so much more solid, and the utility not quite countering the players' positionings there of EG.
Finally, EG are on the scoreboard, surviving with 2. We'll see how their money is shaping up. They may have some shortcomings here. We'll see how they can spread the wealth. But that is the, again, as I said yesterday, the proverbial monkey off the back. They can be a bit less concerned with the score now and just try and find some momentum round by round, take it one at a time. We see that flashbang being eaten by GFI, but finding it eventually, but not able to find the round ultimately. How do you respond now, HSG? Another opportunity to break your opponent. Empathy flying through the air. She was sailing like some kind of swan or something. I don't know. What's elegant in the air? A swan? Not a pigeon. We'll think about that later. Let's see. Empathy still looking for her first kill. That's a lovely one. I love these aggressive peaks we're seeing. Just 2 rounds now where we found success, but the confidence is here.
I love this. She didn't spot anyone T-ramp early on, so she had a feeling that players could be leaning in towards apps. And that exactly was the case. So at least that part of the map on lockdown. But HSG are once again getting comfortable on Banana at the moment. The smoke to delay things. They might need to be careful because there is a tiny gap, but they're just being patient.
Yeah, the gimmick smoke. Seen it a few times, but the T sides are familiar with it. They don't show the legs. Into the B bomb site they go. Hffo looking for the one tap. Will require a few more, but there's one more to find now as the cavalry is coming from CT. Piggy Kiki peeks before that flashbang comes through. Down she goes. Bomb site's taken, but there is a one-person advantage for EG as it's time to retake again.
Let's see, they are getting in position. Hazel with the ARP spots a player as the smoke is fading. Ooh, that second shot, it misses. And from now on, I'm not sure if they can afford any of those missed shots. Argent here with the backup. She is getting kills together with Hazel, leaving Garden all by herself. She's hoping that she can make use of this smoke. Come in with the surprise factor. She exactly knows where they are. That's the first one. And there is one more to be getting. It's a dance around the box. And Hazel, she is looking. And both of them, they keep missing. But Hazel at the end, she will win. Will lose the R, but it doesn't matter. The round will go to HSG.
Yeah, that's worst case scenario for EG, not getting that consecutive. They lost so many players in the round prior as well, and only survived with 2. That does compound the issues for them coming into this one. Big decisions will have to be made. We'll see what they are later on. Hazel able to find those last frags towards the end. Killed enough time, I think, but got the frag to boot as well. Little kill bonus there, while everything is lost for both squads. But as we can see, HSG will come out on top of that war of attrition, sending EG back into eco territory. And have a look at this rotation from EG, showing presence with the numbers of those HE grenades top Banana, and then sending at least one player back over towards B.
Just a little peek for information, not spotting anyone so far. And yeah, HSG is chilling a little bit, seeing if they can perhaps catch one of these EG players off guard. Last time around, they were actually white swinging that onto Banana. Of course, the buy as of right now for EG is not as good as the previous round, but they definitely, it was punished. And you could see HSG being a little bit more careful. Same smoke here by EG being used. And well, HSG this time around being patient.
They were lining up a smoke grenade for the coffins, but they are absolutely laser focused on that smoke. In they go. Nice way to find your entry. You won't be too concerned with Kiki in CT spawn now. So there's not much for EG to lose. Again, their loss bonus is high, so they won't be too concerned with saving the Kevlar. If they can steal a weapon away, that would be fantastic. They're pretty close to the bomb site. The bomb's been planted, so might as well try to win the round. Of course, very unlikely, but let's see what they can do. Garden's going to try and create some space by jumping in, but they'll swiftly be dealt with, leaving Empathy to maybe get an exit frag. Just make it a little more pricey for HSG, but the score is so good for HSG so far. There we go. One more in the bag. Invite more peeks, but they could choose to disengage. She might get a rifle from this if she's fast. 14 HP. We'll see if she escapes.
Nope.
No, she won't.
It's a nice job. HSG keeping them busy. Sure, they had 2 losses, but at this moment, there's so much money stacked up. And again, I felt like they were adapting to the mistakes. They realized, okay, well, sure, this is now an eco, but we are going to be careful around that same smoke. The same mistake. It's not going to happen a second time. And as of right now, EG, yeah, they need to go back to the drawing board. An up will come out again in the hands of Empathy, another full buy. But it's time for another round on the board. And after that, you need a consecutive one.
One question for EG is if they went too passive after they got that opening frag from Empathy with the boost on the round they lost. Because after that, you could see the players on B were super defensive and they kind of just disengaged and allowed HSG to make whatever play they want. So if they are able to get into a similar position We'll see if they hold a more aggressive angle and not give things up for free. But the first question is, can they get back there again? Empathy is looking for it. And I think she might just be served something. And she's the barrel of the gun, but there will be an instant trade from Hffo. So far in the apartment, so fast. Look at these trades on the A bomb site. Garden's in so much trouble now. Will the smoke help her? It will, but can she find the kills? She's still on fire. Does she even realize? She's flashed. She might have had no clue, but down she goes, absolutely barbecued. And they've lost all position on the A bomb site.
And she threw in the smoke, hoping that it would prevent the Molotov from being there, but little does she know that that wasn't the case. So again, a player advantage, and EG, they don't have the money to go for this. It's gonna have to be a save, and once again, an opportunity lost for the North American squad.
Yeah, well, that was it was so quick into the apartment to trade the frag on the AWP. Something that EG will have to think about. So Empathy's getting a bunch of frags top mid, and normally, like in the full buys they've had, they've been able to have that 5 versus 4. Obviously, that was different, an insta trade there, and they're back into eco territory once again. They could buy here actually, but it would be a bit short, and it seems that they will. So they'll have the M4s out. There won't be an AWP. It's quite a reasonable buy, in fact. So with no AWP, no Empathy to rely on, they're going to have to make up for those shortcomings and the lack of AWP in a different way. But maybe this unleashes a more aggressive EG that we need to see to kind of bridge the gap between them and rounds in this half. There are still 6 rounds possible for EG. They look very far away from them though. But again, with an AWP, maybe a different style is exactly what they need.
Oh, well, flashbang again comes through. This time around, Hffo, she is feeling the entries as of right now for HSG. And yeah, it's almost strange because EG likes to play quite aggressive actually on CT side, but it's almost as if the pace is now being dictated by their enemies. There's nothing they can do. They hope to regain banana control, and the flashbang, well, Shelby just easily just looks away. Another kill on the board, and definitely EG is in trouble to water.
Empathy, the most aggressive player on the squad, trying to do what she can, but Garden will be left alone on this A bomb site. And I've got to say, Hffo is proving to be a problem. We definitely mentioned her name a number of times in the last match that we commentated, but like, she is ready for these plays on Banana. She is playing anti-flash. She was playing anti-flash there. She was had very good positioning, hidden away in that car position as well. So she seems extremely comfortable on Banana and is definitely a problem for EG. So even these aggressive plays, she's sees them coming before they do, and she's ready to deal with them, which is shutting EG down in that respect. But you know, when they get back to the next buy, I mean, we'll see what they do around this AK of Garden. But when they get back to their next full buy, Empathy's going to be searching for those early frags once again. But even if she does get that, what happens afterwards? What's the next step for EG in the round?
Yeah, it is mainly Empathy having the impact here for EG, but even last round she got 1 kill and I was like, oh, okay, she can maybe do something on the lurk, but once again, she gets traded. They are really on point on the side of HSG. Yeah, and the times that we have seen Inferno coming out of the EG squad, we have players like, not just Empathy, but also Pikikiki and Milky that we saw pop off yesterday as well. They're a little bit quiet as of right now, having half the kills of what Empathy is getting.
There she is again. AWP or M4, doesn't matter. She is most capable. Empathy most capable. Oh, there's Jessica. She's going to get dropped, unfortunately. So, again, the Banana situation isn't really working out with this aggression.
No.
Like, it's failing pretty much every time. So, it's maybe something they want to put 3 people behind, or maybe just give up Banana because they're losing a lot of situations on Banana. But Empathy, again, is here to rescue. 4 versus 2 now. Pikikiki may just show a little shoulder to bait now. She's got a crossfire with her teammate. And there is Empathy again from A to B. Doesn't matter, she's ready. So is Garden as well. A second round, a much needed round secured by EG, but they've got to fix this banana issue.
Yeah, I think the issue this time around, so what happened, they had a Molotov that was thrown by HSG actually, and it caused the two CTs to split up. But nonetheless, we still had Jessica's going for the white swing with no support of other pieces of utility whatsoever that was possible. Yeah, and then you're gonna lose your life. You're gonna once again lose your opening opportunity. And that can't keep happening. EG right now, of course, they did recover in the round. But those mistakes, if they just keep going and they keep happening, I think HSG, they can easily find a way to punish.
Ow! That is painful. Oof. That is very, very painful indeed. Oh, so close, but not quite. Garden just about escaping. There again, there's a lot of pressure on this A bomb site now. So fast into apps once again. Empathy looking for something. 5 versus 3 so far, so great now. It goes from good to great with Empathy delivering another one. Looking for one last frag now for a third of the round. Hazel with an AWP of her own, but not much in the name of help. If she fires, I think she's going to be peeked immediately from somewhere. Milky will finish off the job. Well then, 5 wouldn't be ideal, but it'll be better than 1 for Evil Geniuses. 2 more rounds to fight for.
Yeah, this was a lot of a better horde. They were just being passive, waiting. Oh man, that kill. Yep. And the thing about this round especially, HSG was completely like split up. They weren't able to really crunch any particular choke point. And well, if you just are going to be walking in one by one, it's fairly easy for EG to then pick you up.
I always think it's crazy when I see somebody with a full-size keyboard. 65% is the perfect size for a keyboard. We'll get people there. Some people don't understand, like, they're like, oh, but I need my buy-binds. There is a function key on these smaller keyboards. My friends. Trust me, it is the way forward. It is the truth. Oh, there's Hffo.
Shout out.
She had really nice boots on yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Fashionista Hffo.
I love it. Yes, and just like every single cosplay, Christmas cosplay that we had, we
right,
got it during the interview.
2 more rounds here for EG to try and grab. We want to see a competitive map of Inferno. Now, there's a smoke on short. Empathy could hop on the crate to the right-hand side, but again, this boiler position is proving to be an issue, and they are swarming once more through short. Empathy is in trouble, but Xiao can't quite land all the bullets. Argent's ready to swing for the double peek here as well. Garden trying to post up blind, missing close as Empathy. All 5 players are here, and this has been absolutely deleted. EG on this A bomb site. Scorched earth, and there's not much else you can do with that. HSG are just finding that they are not being challenged around the apartment, and they're just kind of growing with power, sending it into A.
Yeah, and this time around, Empathy missing shots, and then you're getting in this very awkward spot. And the good thing is, HSG know exactly how to respond in relation to the previous round. They were too slow, and they were giving them too many opportunities. And now, the answer is to just overwhelm. You know that AWP is close. Just rush in and get rid of that AWP. And instantly, just leaves the 2B anchors as the last remainings. Actually, ooh, they might go for a bit of a cheeky hunt here. Or just a peek. Oh, don't. Oh, okay. I was scared. Maybe one of the teams was going to die after time. Not the case. They can hold on to their own rifles. And yeah, again, another round to the board. Economy. That is exactly what they would need to save. There is barely any on the side of EG.
Last round of the first half. 4th round would be crucial here for Evil Geniuses. Never say die. Empathy's on the AWP once again, and this time she's over towards the B. Bomb site. Oh, that was so close. Just touched the wall, I think, but she's not willing to give it up just yet. Going back for a 3rd bite of the cherry. Just one to the left and one to the right. If they peek at the same time, sometimes the brain makes you shoot in the middle, but she's pretty focused on that right-hand side, and the flashes are here once again. They will pop out, and she refuses to leave, but she'll be forced to by Hazel this time.
That was so nicely played. Both, just everyone swinging at the same time, along with the twice a flashbang. to really make EG panic there over towards Banana again. Now, there is Argent that has been found on the lurking position. So already CTs are going really fast down top Banana. So there's some pressure to be found here, but Hazel already aware, looking behind, and a bit of a missed shot. And well, that's an opportunity for Milky now to capitalize on 3v3, but GFI is quick with an answer.
Piggy and Garden moving together, smoking off Banana. There is a flash splitting up now. It's going to be so hard to identify HFFO's position, and that means an instant trade as well. 12 rounds for HSG on their pick on the T side of Inferno. Is there anything left? Is there a pulse on EG? Find out after the break.
Out the oven, I'm piping hot. Get too close and you might get shocked. Told everybody sit back, just watch while I climb all the way to the top. Oh no, no, I can't just pass by, cause my electric glow, it shines too bright. And everywhere I go, I catch all eyes. They must have never seen a goddess in plain sight. Ooh, want too much for you. A whole lot of power in these high heel shoes. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Too much for you. You're gonna need shades to enjoy this view. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Excuse me while I take the flow. Spotlight shining is my show, and you gon' love me a little bit more, cause I got that electric glow. Didn't know it, now you know. Want you vibing with my flow. You ain't never gonna let it go. Don't you see my electric glow? Fresh out the oven, I'm sparkling. Lighting up every room I walk in, so intelligent, all I do is win. Didn't hear me before, let me say it again. No, 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 I can't just pass by, cause my electric glow, it shines too bright. And everywhere I go, I catch all eyes. They must have never seen me light up the night sky. Ooh, want too much for you. A whole lot of power in these high heel shoes. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Ooh, want too much for you. You're gonna need shades to enjoy this view. Ooh, shining how I choose, cause I rule the world and my girls do too. Excuse me while I take the flow. Spotlight shining is my show, and you gon' love me a little bit more, cause I got that electric glow. Didn't know it, now you know. Want you vibing with my flow. You ain't never gonna let it go. Won't you see my electric glow? Won't you see my electric glow? See my electric glow. My electric glow. Won't you see my electric glow? All the guys in the world like it's 'cause we're big. And they know we recognize we're too good to live. Like we're stars.
Despite Empathy's best efforts on the CT side, Evil Geniuses could only muster 3 rounds. Her team will need to turn up as well and match her aggression if they are to come back on the T side of Inferno.
That, of course, is the question. This pistol round will be crucial if EG really want to be getting back into the game. And there's actually, look at this, a large chunk of utility being bought up, but the counter flash being HFFO is taking a bit of a peek, but not really finding that much, just falling back and making sure that then once they actually are getting closer, that you can hold them off. Ooh, a couple of shots being fired. HSFO is feeling some pressure, but, well, so far so good. At least a 1-for-1 trade, though, back on the side of EG. And now they're going to be lining up their utility.
It's holding Banana alone. Now GFI's got the flash to go on the roof above Argent, but Argent's on fire. She's forced into the open, but before that flash can even come through, great work from EG. Molly on a pistol round, proving very effective indeed. Bomb planted. They're halfway there, just need to convert the rest now.
Smoke has now faded, leaves a bit of room for the CTs here to work with, but still time is of the essence. There is a no kit in play for HSG. Oh, but look at the taps coming through. Garden will find one back, so it makes things very competitive. Piggy Kiki trying to hang on, finds another, but once again the trades are there, but the time, I don't think HSG can do it. Just hoping for another kill, but it is going the way of EG, and the pistol round that they were longing for, they now got it in the bag.
Nice work from Piggy Kiki there. Disengaging, not giving the kill, nothing for free, and then merciless when the time came. A much needed victory in that pistol round. So the pistol rounds have been split now. Both teams won their T-side pistol. For HSG, they won many rounds after their pistol. We'll see if EG can do the same. EG opted for the eco rounds when they lost the pistol on their CT side. Wait, this Negev is not a misbuy. We're seeing it again. Yeah. GFI, she just rolls with the Negev. I love how obscure this is. This is like Sprite. This is the Sprite and Milk of Counter-Strike.
I love this so much. I mean, I tend to play it with a Negev just for the lols, but to actually see it in competitive play. I mean, I think yesterday, she got 1 kill with it, if I remember correctly. Oh no, actually 2, 1 on the exit as well. So it was a viable investment. They were scared once they were EG, or well, then it was not EG, but once their enemies, they were hunting for exit kills. But the first kill as of right now, EG is finding here some entries. And actually looking to go to B instead. Ooh, pistol doing a large chunk of damage, and here comes the Negev. But the players, how they managed to cross. Oh, 1 HP though.
Through the glass? I don't even know how much the Negev is. I do not buy Negevs unless I'm fat fingering the keyboard. It just doesn't happen. I have no idea how much it is. It could be $5,000. I would believe you.
No. That's the heavy one. Oh, well, Garden certainly on the hunt. GFI is also, this time around, she's not going to be sticking around. Just hoping that they can save it. They also have a couple of pieces of utility, Kevlar kit. Definitely a couple of investments here and there. And yeah, I mean, HSG has a large buffer to work with. So just make sure you save and try again the next to make things a bit more costly for EG.
Trying to save on Inferno with 1 HP is nightmare mode.
Yes.
Honestly, that bomb radius is so large, it feels like you've really got to leave before it's planted if you want to survive. Well then, the struggle is real for Evil Geniuses. They are finding success, but the road to recovery is a long one step at a time for them. And again, as we mentioned before, the Negev is still in existence in the hands of GFI. I want to see something happen with it because it's special. This is rare.
Now she's gonna be boosted up, and I love this positioning. Just with a nice off angle, having the rest of the team actually behind her. And who knows, as of right now, EG, they are looking actually to set foot close towards this short positioning. A couple of utility pieces are starting to fly. Nothing will deal with the Negev as of right now. Look at this!
Oh my days!
GFI goes completely wild with the Negev in hand. And, well, who knows what they can do now. Of course, it's just the pistols that are left for HSG. But they technically have a player advantage now.
This has to be somewhat scary. Be careful throwing that molly, Milky. They have a crossfire. This crossfire is crucial. It is all about the long player here. Surely once that smoke goes, they're going to be focusing on short. In the meantime, Milky deals with long and short, though, leaving Hffo in that 1 versus 2. Oh, this is how she isolates the fight here with the smoke grenade. Now she can go for it. Elevating up, though, looking for that player in the pit. Up close, she'll take one in the face. It was almost time to shut it down with the Negev play from GFI. Beautiful work, but not enough in the end.
Yeah, that certainly was a highlight. And even though, sure, they didn't win the round, but good damage being dealt. They weren't expecting it at all. Probably maybe expecting the negative to be tucked here in the side. But that wasn't quite the case. And, well, of course, that surprise factor is now gone. You're not going to be doing that again. But who knows, maybe in another match if HSG do end up winning this best of 3, of course. Now, it is time for the 4-buy to come out. Still 6 more rounds for EG to be winning to tie up the scoreline. But if they actually manage to pull it up here on the buy of HSG, things are going to be looking better and better.
Hot flashes are coming in. Hffo making a few steps, catching Milky, but only Milky. That 1-for-1 trade isn't favourable for a CT side, especially with so much time on the clock. Now, is she hiding in plain sight, Argent? Got to be careful about sprays as well. That's a meaty grenade. Very, very nice. Looks like they're going to be full sending it here, EG, once the smoke goes. See the molly for Nubox. And here come the numbers. Argent, though, unable to deliver. Sees a lot. We can see GF5 through the smoke. It'll be the barbecue, actually. Trying to create some space for herself with the flashbang. Looking for the wall bangs as well. You can do an elevated plant behind the wall, more or less, to avoid getting shot through the coffins. But here we are, a retake situation. Hazel looking up top of the barrels here in the 3 versus 3.
There is still a bit of utility to work with for HSG. Lining some up right now to, again, see if they can isolate the fights. No one at the moment towards Banana, so the smoke not really of great use, and it also causes EG to know exactly where HSG perhaps want to be looking at. But once again, the trades are on point on the side of the CTs, and Empathy, too little time to swing to another player. And this time around, it is HSG that is back in the game.
Yeah, that swing towards CT, giving a frag away, maybe an issue there for Evil Geniuses. There was a potential for a bait setup in the pull position with the second player behind. But yeah, just opened the door there for HSG to come through and find their first round of the second half. So now the pressure will start to rise. HSG only 3 rounds away from Inferno. We can see Mirage, the pick of EG, will be the second map of the series. But how long have we got left on Inferno? We shall soon find out. 5 AKs on road. Hffo very flanked. She's got her teammates in to help her, though, but they won't be doing much of anything. GFI will trade both kills. Going for a third one. Can she find a fourth? GFI going nuclear on Banana. That is nasty from GFI, really turning things around. EG sent so many bodies up Banana, but now they're all lying on the floor.
They were not expecting a third player to be there at all, just peeking in dry in the hands of GFI, and she even repositioned herself right now. That's the ace for GFI. What a round. She is on fire, not just with the negative. It doesn't matter. Oh, wow. The star player here on this roster, and she's IGLing alongside it too.
That was fantastic from GFI. What a response. Understood the urgency, understood the task just coming through. Didn't expect that third player to come out of nowhere. Super Mario Brothers on Banana, not going to help out. All of that with just the with the M4A1S as well. 4 kills from 1 mag is not easy to do. Very nice work from GFI indeed, and just making things so much worse for EG now. 1 primary weapon on the 5 players. Utterly roasted by GFI. They'll go nowhere near the B-bomb side after that.
Just looking, Showu this time around playing on the balcony positioning. She has been getting actually quite a lot of impact with that spot. If it goes unchecked, and often actually it was the enemy making a lot of noise, but as of right now, EG being quiet, seeing what they can do if HSG is going to be overextending. But as of right now, just playing a couple of angles. Flashbang comes in. Argent not really met with an opportunity. Showu, though, at least here. And once again, the trades, even though a couple of kills come through on the side of EG, they are being crushed here. And doesn't even matter if they go to B or A. There almost seems to be no way in.
That kill feed lit up like a Christmas tree. Suddenly we are at game point, very suddenly indeed, especially after that clutch from GFI on Banana. And again, this one felt pedestrian for HSG, who are proving to be very strong indeed in the vacuum of this map of Inferno versus Evil Geniuses. They haven't really had an answer for anything. EG, last chance saloon for them here. 2 Galils and a bunch of pistols. GFI will look to send them on their way, send them packing, close their suitcases for them, and send them off to Mirage. Looking for the taps now. Will she stop at 2? It seems she will.
Hffo burning a tap bit, but also knows there is present. She wants to continue to apply a bit of pressure, but best to be safe, fall back. And at the same time, HSG actually doesn't really have that much information, just hoping that they can rely on the initial defense to be good. Actually similar like they have been doing a couple of rounds, but Archie and Hffo have been looking a bit shaky in their sprays. Usually good for one. Oh, but look at this. There we go. A couple of pieces of utility lining up. GFI come to the rescue, and they exactly have guessed right. Oh, look at that nade as well. The damage once again dealt upon EG. And this is almost looking to be over. 2 more kills to be finding. And HSG, they conquer this first map. Of course, it's their own map pick, but in such a dominant fashion.
Yeah, we were talking during the break. We've seen so much Inferno overpass in the last 24 hours here at the Impact Finals that you would expect a more competitive Inferno, but HSG had other ideas in that respect. Absolute dominance from start to finish. There was only one team on the server for this map, and EG better turn up when it's time for their own pick of Mirage.
Yeah.